Wow. What a week it has been. We've seen some of the best hockey in maybe a quarter century, filled with passion, receding hairlines, earth-shattering hits, beautiful goals, some great goaltending, and of course, some hilarious sound bites.
My nipples are erect thinking about it.
No calling guys pigeons.
Yeah, there's a group chat going on today. So
What a start, man. That's unreal.
MVP of the NHL.
There is so much worth a second look in this week's Four Nations edition of I Had to Watch These More Than Once. But I'll be honest, guys, don't you kind of miss the All-Star game? Get the hell out of here. The NBA can have it. But let's start with some notables, beginning with injuries, which you hate to see, the only negative of this tournament. On Canada's side, Cale Makar was back in the lineup against Finland, so I'd imagine he's good to go. But obviously, Shea Theodore will be out longer term with his wrist injury from Game 1, but that means Thomas Harley is cleared to keep playing. As for the U.S., though, it's a little more extensive. Brady Tkachuk, driving the net against Sweden, took a tumble, played just a shift after this before sitting out. Matthew Tkachuk didn't play at all against Sweden after taking himself out of the game in the third period against Canada, but it's expected both Bash Bros are going to play Thursday. I'd also assume the same for Austin Matthews, who is also out against Sweden. However, Charlie McAvoy was admitted to the hospital Monday night due to an infection, which reportedly is not going to be too serious. Scary stuff there. Definitely wish him the best, as he will not be playing in the championship game. Oh, what is this? That's right, Stone Cold Quinn Hughes is in.
Quinn Hughes is coming.
As this could obviously be a huge deal. However, there would need to be another injury in order for him to actually be cleared to suit up. So I'm just saying, Jake Sanderson, watch your back. Next up, as we've seen this tournament, the color-on-color sweater matchups have looked fantastic. And there was a very intriguing tweet that came from Hockey News editor-in-chief Ryan Kennedy. With the CBA expiring in 2026, a new agreement could bring back the white home jerseys that the NHL had pre-2003, or at least give teams the option to coordinate what jerseys they'd like to wear on any given night. And this could possibly also allow for dark-on-dark jerseys, like we've seen during this Four Nations face-off, and how cool would that be? And lastly, this one's just notable for me personally, but I hit 100K, and I seriously cannot believe how fast this channel grew these last 3 weeks, but thank you all so much for the support. As promised, I will be having an NHL jersey giveaway that will go to one of you. I just still have to work out the best way to go about it, but look for that hopefully tomorrow. And so with that, let's move on to the nasty, and oh my Lanta, did we have plenty of it.
What are you gonna do, Bash?
No.
Pigeon? No calling guys pigeons.
To start, we had Darlene dropping McDavid in Game 1, but nothing has quite beaten the Bash Brothers, as you tell me if you can tell a difference. This may as well be real footage of the Tkachuk Brothers. And I didn't expect much less. They've been looking forward to it.
and it's something that we've always dreamt of doing together.
Against Finland, Brady and Mikkola came together at the U.S. bench as they were just everywhere that game. We also saw Eichel benching Barkov in a beauty, but the big daddy was that U.S.-Canada game. This one had some premeditated action.
Well, yeah, there's a little discussion during the day, and yeah, there's a group chat going on today. So
This rivalry is as alive as ever before. In the opening seconds, we saw a hat-trick of fights that started before puck drop. Matthew Tkachuk and Hagel were barking as they were the first to drop the mitts and throw the fist, but with one down, there was more to come, because as Brady Tkachuk was taking the face off, it was clear we were getting another. He and Bennett dropped them, and this was so fun. I loved how they were dapping each other up.
I got him good. That was mine, good. Unbelievable.
But before you could catch your breath, it was yet another. Parayko and Miller going at it, which hilariously Miller nearly KO'd himself, but what a start to this game.
That was pretty cool, eh? Holy what a start, man. That's unreal.
And while that was about it for the fights, the hits were everywhere. We had McAvoy with a game-changing hit on McDavid, absolutely lit him up. Brady Tkachuk laid a massive hit on Doughty, another pretty one, as the physicality was just on another level this game. McDavid with a reverse sit hit on Hannafin, but this wasn't the only rivalry, as Laine and Eriksson Egg were whacking at each other as well, but maybe my favorite hit was Bratt on Hughes in their game. He had to make sure to at least get them once.
I don't know how many times we get to play against each other, so I got to take advantage.
But of course, maybe the most impactful hit of this tournament came in the Canada-Finland game after Canada nearly blew a 4-goal lead. But Captain Crosby to the rescue as he makes a hit at center ice, gets the puck back, and finished it off as you could hear a sigh of relief in the entire country of Canada. And finally, in the U.S.-Sweden game, I mean, what's there to say? Brady Tkachuk was just a wrecking ball. But with that, let's lighten the mood with some quick ones. This may be the Four Nations face-off of hockey, but we've also got the Four Nations battle of the receding hairlines representing their nations, respectively. Austin, long gone Matthews. Victor, where's the hair on your head, man? Mark, it's quickly going Stone. And last but not least, Patrick's got no hairline. I'm sorry, I am so stupid. But in that Sweden-US game, a stick would go flying into the netting as this lucky kid was able to get up there and grab it. Good on you, bud. And then how about that electric atmosphere in Montreal? I mean, with Lemieux reading out the opening lineup, how could you not be pumped?
I say it one more time. My nipples are erect thinking about it.
Oh, no.
But really, this will never get old. Who has, though, is the curious case of Brock Nelson. I mean, is this not the oldest 33-year-old man you've ever seen? Are we sure he's not secretly from the 1980 Miracle on Ice team? Then during the U.S.-Finland game, Ray Ferraro got a close look at just how big Ottinger is, which was pretty funny.
Right, stand up.
We had Marchand expressing his love for T-Swizzle.
What's your favorite album?
Probably 1989.
What era are you in?
Every era.
This was maybe my favorite TNT moment, though.
Trophy winner. MVP of the NHL.
I mean, Nate Dogg just completely unfazed. And one more with Crosby. Right before the tournament began, he was honored by the QMJHL with the announcement that they were naming their Rookie of the Year trophy after him, which was pretty cool to see.
Huge honor, and really appreciate that. Yeah, it means a lot.
And lastly, obviously this tournament has been great, but there is something big that's been missing. Johnny Hockey. And it has been so cool to see his dad, Guy, again invited to practice. They also have his jersey in the room given to the player of the night.
All boys, obviously, tremendous honor.
And so I've just loved seeing this.
Yeah, no, he's here in spirit. The greatest way to honor him outside of winning is to enjoy every second.
But from there, let's move on to the goalies. Now, being tighter hockey than usual, we've seen a little less of the acrobatic saves, but we have had some good goaltending nonetheless. Gustafsson against Canada had a beauty of a stop on Taves, but the other Swede, Sam Ersson, had a short but fantastic tournament, putting up 32 saves against the U.S., as this one here was absolutely beautiful on Larkin. Great stats for him. Undoubtedly, though, the best performance in net has come from Connor Hellebuck. I know, surprise, surprise, but this dude has been great. Just look at how much better he is than everyone. But when in doubt, you can lean on Dahlin, as he had a great play against Canada on a surefire goal here. We had Lankinen for Finland with some huge stops. This one redirected with a nice save, but in OT was maybe his best. A crucial save here with a pinky toe that immediately went the other way for the OT winner against Sweden. Granlund, who had a great tournament, secures the victory. You see how happy Solane is, though? Well, it might just be because of his bet with Peter Forsberg.
Oh, that hurts.
That gold beer. Great day for hockey. Thank you.
I love how Finland literally showed up just to knock Sweden out and called it a tournament.
I feel like we're the big brother now. So,
but that's a good segue into the goals of the week. That Canada power play goal to start the tournament was a thing of beauty, and I'll say it again. Just seeing this line damn near brings a tear to my eye. Sticking with Canada, the OT winner with Crosby's long-range drop for Marner, who came in full stride down the middle and rifled it home for the dub, was another pretty one in that same game.
Man, you guys are fun to watch. Risky play there at the end, 8-7.
Okay.
Then I thought the Swedes had a pretty one on this goal. Raymond to Brad as Joel Eriksson Ek finished it off. Backdoor, good stuff. But Nylander setting up Brad against the U.S. was also pretty tasty. Then we saw Boldy against Finland with a beautiful redirect on Faber's shot that wound up being the game winner, as Brady Tkachuk in that same game later had a beauty as well from Eichel. Just a tasty finish. And lastly, McDavid against the U.S. giving us a little McJesus magic as he split the D, goes around McAvoy, and beat Hellebuck with a tasty backhander to open the scoring. Honestly, it tested the roof on the Bell Center, as I swear we nearly saw it fly off. But that's going to about do it for this week in what has been an incredible win for the NHL. The only thing left now is the championship game. I appreciate you watching. Again, I appreciate all of the support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.